Hi, Brent Haynes with Woodsounds Flutes. Very excited to talk to you today because we got a nice special running. This special revolves around our custom flutes, which includes the legendary woods, the maker favorites, the signature flutes, and the fine art flutes. So those are the flutes that we include in the custom flutes. Basically anything that's not a Woodsounds classic flute. So any of those flutes would be considered a Woodsounds custom flute. And when you buy one of those flutes, you get with it a free Woodsounds student flute. I know, right? 2 flutes for the price of 1. What could be better? This is just the best special ever, especially right at Christmas time. I'm so excited about this. It's just going to be the best special I think that we've ever ran, and I hope that you guys are as excited about it as I am, because I really think it's going to be a lot of fun. And the student flute that we came out with, I think we improved it for you right at just the right time. We came out with some improvements that I'm really excited about. We just improved it, and this is the new and improved student flute that I'm holding in my hands. Over the last summer, there were some things about it, as I was taking it around to different festivals and things, that I wasn't really super happy about. And so I wanted to improve it, and we came out with these test flutes at the last festival, and I really liked them. And they proved out to be really wonderful flutes, and so I've decided that we're going to make these our standard for the Woodsounds student flute. So what our new student flute will be is a cambia body with a poplar mouthpiece and a poplar totem. This poplar body is really nice because when we put the wax on the cambia flute, it feels just really silky smooth, and it remains feeling silky smooth even when it goes through humidity changes. What I found with the poplar wood, even though I sanded the flute really smooth here in the shop, I would go through humidity changes and the fibers on the wood would stand up and the wood would start feeling kind of rough. And so I didn't really love that very much. My flutes should feel really great to your hands. When you pick them up, they should feel wonderful. And so what I found with the cambia is when you pick it up, even if it goes through humidity changes, they feel awesome. And I really dig that. And so we're using the cambia now for the student flute because it feels really fantastic when you pick it up. And it looks really fantastic. And best of all, it sounds awesome! That's the best part of everything. It sounds fantastic. It's just the most amazing thing. It's fantastic sounding flute wood. And so for our student flute, we get just this amazing sounding wood. It cost me a little bit more. Okay, a little bit more it cost me than the poplar. But the trade-off is just worth it. So what, it cost me a little bit more. It sounds so much better. And it looks freaking amazing. I mean, it just is gorgeous. When you get this in the sunlight, it just glistens and glows. And so, you know, it's beautiful. And so, now, what makes this different from our student flute, or from our regular flutes? What makes a student flute different from our regular flutes? Number one, there's no finish on the body. Okay, there's no finish on this body of this flute. And there is a finish on the mouthpiece, and there's finish on the inside of the flute, on the inside of the chamber here. There's no finish on the tube, and there's no finish on the totem. There's wax on everything. There's wax on the whole flute itself. It's all waxed and everything, and so that's what makes it look just wonderful. Anyways, just an amazing flute, and it sounds fantastic. So they just sound fabulous. These student flutes are wonderful instruments, and so I highly recommend them. For under $200, you can't hardly beat these flutes for the acoustics and for the looks. They're just wonderful. Hard to beat instrument for under $200. Now, but if you really want something that is truly exquisite, it's really hard to beat something like a legendary wood. I mean, well, you know, this is Brazilian rosewood, and there really isn't much more there than Brazilian rosewood. I don't know any more beautiful wood than Brazilian rosewood burl. This is one of a handful of flutes that are available in this wood, and when it's gone, it's gone. There will be no more of this wood available. Trimmed with yellow cedar burl, Pernambuco, turquoise, solid turquoise, and then abalone. And this Brazilian rosewood burl was in a private collection for about 30 years, and then the person who owned the wood died a couple of years ago, and the wood came into my hands, and so I've been able to make flutes with it for the last couple of years, and I love this wood. This is in the key of F sharp. Anyways, I love this instrument. So gorgeous, so fun to play. Just a pure delight to me. Wish this could be my private collection. I really, truly do. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful flute. You find that in legendary woods. Now, this flute is made out of African olive wood. It's got Pernambuco for the trim wood, and it has got a little African black wood for the for some trim wood as well here on the shoulders, and the Pernambuco underneath. The olive is really beautiful because it has a really gentle curl to it. If you look in the tube along here, it has this real gentle curl when I move the tube back and forth. If you listen as I play the flute, the olive has a real percussive nature to it. When I give it kind of a feel, you'll hear this percussive echo in the wood that's very beautiful, and it makes this olive just a very fun, wonderful wood to play, particularly in a bass flute, and that's why we made this bass A out of this olive wood. And I kind of play it backwards a little bit. It helps balance the flute. And a beautiful, beautiful instrument. Can hardly wait to play it. Gosh, yeah, I just wish I had a half hour, 20 minutes, just sit here and just wet these flutes out forever. Yeah, it would be great. They're wonderful. So much fun. So much fun. But the next flute we have to share with you is Manzanita burl, and it is pure delight. This Manzanita burl, it's got a little bit of flash of yellow cedar burl on there to brighten out that Manzanita burl, which is so dark. It's a brilliantly beautiful burgundy color, and when you get this in the bright sunlight, this burgundy color just pops. There's all sorts of burl in this with wild grain, and it's so hard to see in dark light, but when you get in sunlight, it just becomes this universe of movement. And that's just one of the reasons that we chose this particular totem. This totem is a bear, a universe bear. It has on his rump a Yasin symbol, which is the universe of Yat-Tehe, Ya meaning universe or me, the I, and has lots of little stars around it. And on the here we see the breath of life symbol. And this bear knows his place in the world, knows his direction. He's looking off and into the direction. This totem is a totem that we had placed on a flute many years ago, and it came back to me recently in a gift of totems that I had placed on some flutes a number of years ago to a very favorite client of mine. His name is Richard, and Richard owns one of the largest Woodsounds collection, and he had a bunch of totems that he wasn't using on his flutes that are special totems like this, but we had made him other totems for performance totems, kind of flat totems and things. And he said, Brent, I'd really like to send you these totems and let you put them on other flutes and send those back out for people to use. And so he gifted them to me to send back out and for people. And so this bear has got the opportunity to come be with a new friend, and so he's looking for his new owner. The flute is brand new, of course, but the totem is looking for a new friend. The totem has been mounted to a new base, and I think it is absolutely beautiful. We polished him back up a little bit. He was in great shape, of course, but Richard takes care of things very, very well. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece, a museum quality piece, and I feel very blessed to have it in my presence again. I was very tempted to keep it in my own personal collection, and but I felt that somebody out there has a need for it, so on the flute it goes and out it goes. So put it out to the universe. F sharp, Manzanita burl. Oh, I hope you enjoyed those flutes, the manzanita burl, the olive wood, the Brazilian rosewood burl, and of course the Cambia student flute. Again, we have the special running where when you buy a Woodsounds custom flute, you get a free student flute, pitch of your choice between a high C, mid A, or mid G, running through the month of October. And happy to talk to you about that. You can reach me at 801-822-1415, or you can reach me on my email at brent@woodsounds.com. Again, I'm Brent Haynes, and I hope you have a wonderful day.